So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now 2nd and 6.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The tackle made by Rodney McDowell.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Cole Hartman. That's good for us.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and is much more successful as well.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
And just shy of midfield. 1 yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
2-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Bengals.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Mahomes pass.
Not much there, only a yard. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
At the Ravens' 9-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The kick is
extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll roll. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. third down, Henry. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny. And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your ¡1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 29-yard line.
And that is no good.
Is no good.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Trubisky's pass.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've come upon half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10. At their own 19.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Tevin Coleman.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. From the gun, it's Mahomes being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Patrick Mahomes, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On the return, Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Phillips on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second and 9, Trubisky. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 6.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Brings up second and 10.
Buying time to his left. He's going to, Mahomes hit, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Cincinnati.
14.
It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Derrick Henry. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Intended for Derrick Henry.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's going to look deep now for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First down.
Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Bengals 14, Ravens 6.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's got some space here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
By the Ravens.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. You kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And down to the 19-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
They've been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Trubisky to throw.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? That one good for 21 yards. And it'll move the chains. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
Touchdown.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people...
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, and put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Kick off, and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.